Welcome to the JCE Connect. In this particular session on gear trains, we'll be solving problems on a epicyclic gear train with Sun and Planet gear. Hi, I'm Ratan Patil from Mechanical Engineering Department, Jain College of Engineering, Belgavi. So let us see the first problem, example number 1. An epicyclic gear train consists of 3 gears A, B and C as shown in figure. The gear A has 72 internal teeth and gear C has 32 external teeth. The gear B meshes with both A and C and is carried on an arm EF which rotates about the center of A at 18 rpm. If the gear A is fixed, determine the speed of gear B and C. So this is a statement of the problem, and in the statement of the problem itself, we are being given the sketch for the gear train problem. So let us analyze the sketch of the gear train problem here. So this is a particular gear train problem. We are having 3 gears A, B and C, and gear B and C is being joined or connected by an arm EF. So let's suppose if we take gear C as an input gear, and if we are giving particular number of revolutions in clockwise directions to gear C, this one, then gear C is meshing with gear B, this one. Therefore, both the gears B and C are going to rotate in opposite direction. If C is going to rotate in clockwise direction, gear B has to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. And since gear B is going to mesh gear A is an annulus or an internal gear where teeth are on inside of the gear and not outside. Therefore, gear B is going to make rotate gear A because of transmission of motion from gear C to gear A. And as a result, since A is an internal gear, both gear B as well as gear A is going to rotate in the same direction or in the same direction of rotation. So let us formulate the table for this particular problem here. Now from the statement of the problem, the given data is number of teeth for gear A is 72, for gear C it is 32, and the speed of the arm EF as 18 rpm. Okay, so the formulation of the table, we are having arm EF, gear C, which is an input gear, meshing gear to C is B, and B is meshing to gear A. So we can fix arm EF, this one, and we can give plus 1 number of revolutions to gear C, this one, and then the motion can be transmitted with respect to gear B and gear A. So let us fix arm EF, and upon fixing the speed becomes 0. Let us give plus 1 number of revolutions to gear C. Therefore the speed of gear B will be minus Tc by Tb. And next we are required to determine the speed of gear A. The speed of gear A with respect to the input gear C will be minus Tc by Tb, and it is multiplied by Tb by Ta. So Tb by Ta is positive because both gears A and B are going to rotate in the same directions. So the final value for gear A will be minus Tc by Ta as Tb gets cancelled there. Now we are required to give plus x number of revolutions to the gear C, or we are required to multiply plus x number of revolutions to the first row in the table. So arm EF is 0 again, gear C is x, gear B is minus x Tc by Tb, gear A is minus x Tc by Ta. The next step is we are required to add plus y revolutions to all the elements, and the final step is we are required to add the motion, or this total motion is for arm EF it is y, for gear C it is x plus y, and for gear B it is y minus x Tc by Tb, for gear A it is y minus x Tc by Ta. Now from the statement of the problem, we are given that the speed of the arm EF is this one. So that is arm speed is y, and y should be 18 rpm. And we are told that gear A is being fixed. So if gear A is being fixed, speed of gear A, this has to be equated to 0. So let us find the speed of gear C. We know that the speed of arm is 18 rpm, and for gear A is being fixed. So if it is gear A is being fixed, this value will be equal to 0. Therefore NA has to be equal to 0. Substitute the given conditions there, y 18, Tc 32, Ta 72, and x turns out to be 40.5 rpm. Therefore the speed of gear C is x plus y. Then x is 40.5, y is being given to us, and speed of gear C is 58.5 rpm, which is in the direction of arm A. Now let us find the speed of gear B. So we are having a sketch of epicyclic gear train. If I want to find the diameter of gear A, so this is from this end up till this end. So we are having diameter of gear C here, and here it will be diameter of B. Again here it will be diameter of B. So total diameter of gear A, dA will be, here it is dB from here to here. Then it is dA, and again here it is dB. Therefore, it becomes what? Here it is 2 dB plus dC equal to dA. And that can be also written with respect to the number of teeth with respect to the module. And that becomes 2 TB plus TC equal to TA. So substitute the value for number of teeth for gear C and gear A, and TB turns out to be 20 number of teeth. So next we are required to find out the speed of gear B, because we know now number of teeth on gear B. So the speed of gear B is this one, y minus x TC by TB. So that will be equal to y minus x TC by TB. Y is 18, x is 40.5, that we have already determined here. TC is 32 and TB is 20. We have just now determined it. So NB turns out to be 46.8 RPM, and this is in the direction opposite to that of the arm. Okay. We'll move on to the next problem, example number 2. In an epicyclic gear train of the Sun and planet type, which is shown in the figure, the pitch circle diameter of the internal tooth ring is 224 and the module is 4. When the ring D is stationary, the spider A, which carries 3 planet wheels C of equal size, is to make 1 revolution in the same sense as the Sun wheel B for every 5 revolutions of the driving spindle carrying the Sun wheel B. Determine suitable number of teeth for all the wheels. Now this is the statement of the problem, and in the statement of the problem we have also been given the sketch for the gear train. So whatever the sketch is there, let us see first. So we are having gear B, this one. This one is the gear B here, and on this gear B we are having a spider. This is A, and whatever the spider A, it is having 3 wheels C, which is going to rotate with respect to this C diameter there. And whatever this gear C is there, this gear C is going to mesh gear D. Gear D is an internal diameter, so the direction of rotation of C and direction of rotation of D will be in the same direction. So we can fix spider A, we can give starting motion to the gear B, and once we give starting motion to the gear B, this motion has to be transmitted to gear C, and from gear C it has to be transmitted to gear D. So let us formulate the table here. Okay, so we are having spider A, gear B, gear C and gear D. So let us fix spider A, this one here, and Sun wheel B, that is the input gear, and to this input gear let us give plus 1 number of revolutions. So gear B and gear C are going to mesh externally, therefore the speed of gear C will be minus TB by TC, and the speed of gear D with respect to the input gear is B. So with respect to B, the speed of gear D will be minus TB by TC into TC by TD. Therefore the final expression for internal gear D is minus TB by TD. Next we are required to give plus X number of revolutions, or we are required to multiply by X to the first row in the table there. So spider A is 0 again, Sun wheel is X, then planet wheel C is minus X TB by TC, and internal gear D is minus X TB divided by TD. In the third step, we are required to add plus Y number of revolutions to all. And in the final step, the total motion is we are required to add row 2 and row 3. Therefore, for spider A, the speed is Y. For Sun wheel B, the speed is X plus Y. For planet wheel C, the speed is Y minus X TB by TC. And for internal gear D, the speed is Y minus X TB divided by TD. Now from the statement of the problem, we are given certain things here, that whatever that diameter is 224 for the gear D, module is 4 mm, NA is equal to NB by 5, or the speed of gear B is 5 times NA. So with respect to this, we are having here that the Sun wheel B makes plus 5 revolutions, spider A makes plus 1 revolution. So spider A means we are having y here, and sun wheel B means x plus y. So x plus y should be equal to 5 and y should be equal to 1. X plus y should be equal to 5, y should be equal to 1 there. So let us substitute that. X plus y equal to 5, y is given as 1. Therefore from here we can get the value of x. So x turns out to be 5 minus y, that is 4. Now we are having an internal gear D here. This one, internal gear D outside. And the speed of the internal gear D is y minus x Tb by Td. So we are having here, and D is y minus x Tb by Td. Now this internal gear D is being stationary. Stationary means indicates it can't move. Since it can't move means it is fixed one. Therefore the speed is what here? 0. So let us equate this. Now y is 1, we have already found out. X is 4 and Tb by Td. This equation has to be equal to 0. So from this particular above equation, we are going to get relation between number of teeth on gear D is 4 times number of teeth on gear B. This is equation number 1. Now we already know that the definition of module is pitch circle diameter to the number of teeth. Therefore, T is equals to D by M. Therefore, with respect to gear D, we know the diameter, that is 224, and modulus 4. So the number of teeth on gear D turns out to be 56. And we know the relation using equation 1, we can find out the number of teeth on gear B. So number of teeth on gear B turns out to be 14. Now we can use the data with respect to the diameters, and with respect to that we can find out the number of teeth on gear C. So let us see that. Let us go back. Now we are having here. So we can see here. Now this is gear C, right? And we can have a diameter of B here, and you'll be having gear C. With respect to that, there is the diameter of gear C. So hence we have here dB plus 2 times dC is equal to dd. So how this is possible? We can see here, this is dB. We'll be having 1C here, 1C here, and it is going to mesh with the external gear D there. Internal gear D there. Therefore, we'll be having here dB plus 2dc equal to diameter of D. So we can write that also in terms of number of teeth. So that turns out to be TB plus 2 times TC equal to TD. Now we know the number of teeth on gear B is 14 and number of teeth on gear D is 56. So the number of teeth on gear C is 21. So this is the completion of problem number 2. In case if you are having any queries regarding the problems on gear trains, you can mail me to the email ID that has been given on the front or introduction page of this particular session. Thank you.